Let's go to page 177 and start with number 2. Okay, so you have y equal to square root of x squared minus 25. So let's go and factor this first. Here you got x plus 5, x minus 5. Okay, so from here, you're going to find your critical value or the x-intercept, okay, or the zeros. Okay, so again, there are different names for it. Okay, so okay, let's go and do the x-intercept then. So this is when this equal to 0. So you're going to get 0 from here. You're going to get negative 5. You're going to get positive 5. And the y-intercept is when you set x equal to 0. So in the case, you're going to get 0. Okay? Okay, so this is a super easy graph. So we're just going to do the 0. Okay, the negative 5. And this one, you don't even have to make a division. Okay, just kind of sketch it out. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pencil first. Okay, so this is the polynomial graph. So the graph is going to go like this. Okay. And next, what you want to do is you want to do the square root. Okay. So for the square root means the y has to be equal to positive numbers. Okay. So that means you cannot have anything on the negative. So y cannot be negative. So you can erase that. Okay. And so that's your graph. So just dark in that graph. And that's it. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 4. Okay, so you got y equal to square root of 3x over x squared plus 1. Okay. Okay, so this one has a fraction, so you have to worry about your asymptotes. Okay. So vertical asymptote is when the bottom equal to 0, but bottom when it's not going to equal to 0. Remember, we deal with real numbers, right? So x squared is positive number plus 1, we always positive. So there would be no vertical asymptote. And over here, the top is 1 degree, the bottom is 2 degrees. So you're going to get horizontal of asymptote of y equal to 0 because this is 1 degree, this is 2 degree. Okay. Then you get the x-intercept. X-intercept is when you set y equal to 0. So this will equal to 0, right? So again, you set y equal to 0. And then you square both sides, you cross multiply. So in this case, you're going to get x equal to 0. Okay, again, you solve. Okay, and then the y-intercept is when you set x equal to 0. So when you set x equal to 0, you're going to get y equal to 0. Okay, and so now let's go and graph this one. So that's going to be a little bit more accurate this time. Okay, so let's get all the asymptotes. So vertical asymptote, no. Horizontal asymptote. So I'm going to use red as my asymptotes. Okay, and remember, horizontal asymptote is only for the extremes. So it's okay to cross the asymptote in the middle region. Okay, then let's go and plot all the points. Again, I'm going to use pencil first. Okay, and then I can darken afterward. Notice everything's all 0, okay? And this is all the information you have. So when you don't have enough information to graph, then what you need to do is just choose more points, okay? So if you lay x equal to 1, okay? So if x equal to 1, then you got y equal to square root of 3 times 1. So again, if you don't have enough information, just choose points, okay? Get more points. Okay, so you're going to equal to okay, so you're going to get, so it's about square root of 1.5. Okay, so you can use your calculator to work it out. So square root of 3 over 2, closing parenthesis. So it's about 1.2. So when x equal to 1, you're going to get about 1.2. It's about right over here. Okay? So now you know that your graph is going to go up, okay? But because of horizontal asymptote, it's going to come down. Okay? And then what happened is that because of square root, notice this is going to go down, right? Okay, it's just from this. And just by the symmetry, this will equal to over here, and it's going to go down like this. Okay, but because the square root, okay, the square root, that means that y cannot be negative. Okay, because of square root. Because remember, we deal with a real number, right? So we not deal with the imaginary numbers. So this have to be positive numbers. Okay, so that means this cannot be. Okay, so this is no good. So just erase this part. Okay, and so your final graph. I'm going to use green color. So your final graph will look something looks like this. Okay, and that's it. Okay. Okay, let's go to, again, when you don't have enough information, just choose any point, that x equal to 1, x equal to whatever. When you have enough points, eventually you will get the answer, right? So if you still don't know, even when you get this point, if you still don't know, what you say x equal to the x equal to 5, for example, and you can get point over here, right? So again, if you don't get it, just the x equal to 5, okay? The x equal to 5, and so y will equal to square root of 3 times 5. Again, choose any point until you have enough information to graph, okay? So you get more points, okay, and you get calculator. Okay, so it's 0 points, so it's about right over here, okay? So you can just choose more points until you get enough points, connect the points, and you to graph, okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so you got y squared equal to 6 over x squared plus 9. Okay, so this is x squared. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take the square root. Now, when you take the square root, don't do plus minus. You want to separate the plus from the minus. So you're going to y equal to positive 6 over x squared plus 9. And you're going to get y equal to negative, right? Plus minus, right? But you want to separate so it helps you to visualize, okay? Okay, so the difference between this and previous one is that this one has only a positive one. This one has a positive and negative, okay? But you just go into the same process, right? Okay, so over here, again, get your vertical asymptote. So this is none. And this is less than that, so you're going to get horizontal asymptote of y equal to 0. Okay, and get x-intercept. X-intercept is when you set y equal to 0, so y equal to 0, so you're going to be none. Okay, it's impossible. Okay, and y-intercept is when you set x equal to 0. Okay, so you're going to get square root of, again, when x equal to, y-intercept means x equal to 0, so you're going to get square root of 6 over 9. So it's approximately equal to. So again, square root of 6 over 9 is about 0.8. Okay? Okay, so now let's go and sketch this graph. Okay, so vertical asymptote none, horizontal asymptote is when y equal to 0. Okay, so I'm going to use red for the horizontal asymptote. Okay, and then let's see what else we have. Okay, next no x-intercept. Now y-intercept is 0.8. Okay, so it's going to be about right over here. Okay. So because there's a point over here, and the horizontal asymptote means a graph, how to approach the horizontal asymptote. Okay, so your graph is going to look something like this. Okay. Okay. So that is the positive. So this graph is for this. Okay. Now what the nig does is it's just a reflection. Okay, so once you get this graph, this one just reflected over, so you just reflect this over, and so therefore you're going to get these. Okay. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and just darken my graph. Okay, and that's it. Okay, again, if you're still not sure, just let x equal to like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, right? And just substitute and get more points. Okay, so again, if you're not sure what to do, just get lots of points and connect the dots. That's all you have to do. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 8. Okay, you got y squared equal to x squared minus 9 over x squared minus 25. Okay, so you can take y squared. So let's go and take the square root. So y equal to square root of x squared minus 9 over x squared minus 25, and y equal to negative square root of x squared minus 9, x squared minus 25. Okay, so what we need to do from here is we need to go ahead and factor everything. So you got x plus 3, x minus 3, and on the bottom going to get x plus 5 and x minus 5. Okay, so now that's going to get all the information. So vertical asymptote, okay, is from here. So from here you're going to get negative 5, positive 5. Right? Negative 5 from here, positive 5 from here. So this gives you the vertical asymptote. And then from here, it's going to give you, since they're the same degree, they will cancel. So you're going to get 1 over 1. So horizontal asymptote would be y equal to 1. Okay, just from here, you just look at the highest degree term and you simplify. Right, x squared over x squared is equal to 1. Okay. And then x-intercept is look at the top. So from here, you're going to get negative 3 and positive 3. Okay, and then y-intercept, again, x-intercept is you set this equal to 0, and you square both sides, you cross multiply, and you set this equal. So basically, you set this equal to 0. Okay, and y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept is easy if you do this one over here. So y-intercept is when x equal to 0. So when x equal to 0, this will be gone. Negative and negative will cancel out, and so you're going to get square root of 9 over 25 is equal to 3 over 5. Okay? Okay, so let's go and graph this. So again, when you have the square root, what you want to do is you want to go and use pencil first. Okay? Okay, so from here, again, I'm going to use the pencil. So negative 5. Oh, wait, this is a vertical asymptote. Okay. So I'm going to use the red, because red is like a danger, right? So that you're warning, do not touch the asymptote. And positive 5, okay, it's right over here. Okay. And then horizontal asymptote is y equal to 1. Okay, and then x-intercept. So x-intercept is negative 3 and positive 3. And y-intercept is 3 over 5, so it's 0.6. So it's about right over here. Okay, so from this graph, okay, you can see that the graph is going to go like this. You have to connect all the points, and you have to come down because of asymptotes, right? So you're going to look something like this. Now, because this graph is going this way, that means your graph is going to go this way. Okay? Okay. Make it more. Okay. And this side, because this is going this way, so you have to go opposite direction, right? Okay. So that is the graph for the inside part. But now you have to apply the square root. Because the square root, okay, this has to be positive because of the square root, okay? That means you have to erase everything on the bottom. So you have to erase everything on the bottom. So you have to erase that. So everything on the bottom you have to erase. Okay, so you only end up with this part right over here. Okay? So now, so this is the graph for the positive. Now you have to apply the negative. Negative means everything just flip it over. Okay? So first you want to do is flip over the asymptotes. Okay? So this one over here, when you flip over the asymptotes, okay, flip over, right, mirror image, okay, so this would be over here, so always do the, okay, and this flip over to here, this flip over to here, so now you have to flip over the graph, okay, again, negative is opposite, just a reflection of that, okay, and so from this, you're going to get 0.6 over here, okay, so you're going to have this, and this one you flip over, you're going to end up like this, and this one you flip it over, you're going to end up just like this. Okay, so now that's going to finalize our graph. Okay, so this you're going to get like this, and this one you flip over, you get like this. Okay, this one you're going to get something like this, and flip it over, you get like this. Okay, this one you're going to like this. Okay, and so that's your graph. Okay, so again, you got to do the process, right? So again, first you graph. Imagine that there is no square root. Okay, graph, apply the square root to erase all the bottom, and then use this to flip everything over. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so number 10. You got y squared equal to x plus 3 over x squared minus 16, x squared. Okay, so you can take the square root on both sides. So you have the positive, and you have the negative. Okay, and let's focus on this one because this one is just reflection of this one. So focus on this one. So that's going to factor everything. Okay, and then from here, you're going to get the vertical asymptote. From here, you're going to get -4 and +4. And if you look over, when you multiply out, notice you're going to get x squared, right? So you're going to get horizontal asymptote of y equal to 1. Because when you multiply out, you're going to get x squared. You're going to get x squared over x squared. Again, the lower term when approach infinity it's not going to be it's going to be insignificant. So you're going to get x squared over x squared. You're going to equal to 1. Okay. Now you're going to get x-intercept. Okay. So the top you're going to get 0 from here. You're going to get -3. Okay, and you're going to get y-intercept. Okay, y-intercept is when you set x equal to 0, and well, I'm going to use this one. So if x equal to 0, everything is going to equal to 0. So it'd be just equal to 0. Okay, so again, when x equal to 0, everything's going to equal to 0. Okay, so now I'm going to graph this. Okay, so vertical asymptote is, okay, I'm going to do that a bit more. Okay, so vertical asymptote is -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right over here. And +4. And horizontal asymptote is when y equal to 1. Okay, so those are the asymptotes. Okay, and then x-intercept. Okay, again, I'm going to use pencil because that's not my phonograph. So I'm going to get 0 and -3. So those are 2 points. Okay, and y-intercept equal to 0. Okay, now, so next, what you need to do is you have to decide. So you only got 2 points. So you have to decide if it's going this way or it's going to go this way. Okay, so you don't want to assume. Okay, so you don't know which way it's going to go. Okay, you don't know if it's going to go this way or it's going to go this way. Right now, you just don't have enough information. Okay, so what you want to do, just choose a point. So for example, you lay x equal to 1, for example. Again, when you don't have enough information, just get a point. Okay, normally you can kind of tell because the horizontal asymptote, but just to be safe, you can lay x equal to 1. Okay. So if x equal to 1, then y will equal to square root of, you can use this one here, so 1 times 4 over 5 times negative 3. So now you're going to get negative, so you cannot. Okay, so that means you're going to get imaginary numbers. Okay, so this one doesn't help you. Okay, so what happens if you let x equal to -1? Okay, so if x equal to -1, okay, you're going to have -1, and this one is going to give you 2. -1, this will give you 3, and -1, this will give you -5. Okay, and so this will cancel out. So this becomes 2 over 15. Okay, and this is equal to it's about 0.37, about 0.4. Okay, so that means the point that you have would be about 0.4, so about right over here. So by having this point over here, you know the graph is going to go this way. Okay, so that's how you know. Again, if you're not sure, right? Okay, just go ahead and just choose a point and just get points. Okay, so now if graph is going this way, then this will go this way. Okay, and this will go this way. Okay, so now again, because of the square root, okay, this has to be equal to positive numbers. Okay, so that means you cannot have anything down below here, so you have to erase all the bottom here. Okay, you only can have, and that's a reason when we make the x equal to 1, you cannot. Okay, we end up with imaginary number. Okay, the reason for it because of the square root. Okay, so this is for positive. Okay, now we're going to do the reflection. So negative means everything you have, you just flip it over. Okay, so first you always reflect the asymptotes. So this one, when you flip over, you get that. This, you flip over, you get that. This one, when you flip it over, you get these. Okay. Now, when you flip this over, you're going to get these. And this one, you flip it over, you're going to get these. This one, you flip it over, you're going to get these. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to finalize my graph. Okay. So you can notice I use pencil first, so that way I can erase. Okay. Okay, and so that's the graph for it. Okay, so make sure you kind of go through the step by step. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, let's go to number 12. Yeah, this is getting started. Okay, number 12, you have x squared plus y squared plus 1, and you have 3x plus 2y equal to 0. So notice this is factor and it's equal to 0. So just like in algebra, you set each part equal to 0. Okay. And this one, if you move this over, you're going to get x squared plus y squared equal to -1. Okay, this is a circle with r squared equal to -1, so this has no graph, right? This is a circle, and center is 0, 0, but the r squared equal to -1, so this is no graph. So all we have to do is focus on this one, okay? And this one is a linear equation, so I guess you can go ahead and move this over, so minus 3x. So you got 2y equal to -3x divided by 2 divided by 2. So y equal to -3 over 2x. Okay. So when you graph this one, notice there's no intercept. The intercept is 0, so you start at 0. And the slope is -3 over 2, means you go down 3 and you go over 2. Okay. So again, -3 over 2. So go down 3, go over 2. And from this point, you just connect the dot. And that's it. That's a graph. Okay? Okay, let's go to 14. Okay, number 14, you have 2x cubed plus 3xy squared equal to 6x. Okay, so what we're going to do is, let's go ahead and make it equal to 0 so we can do factoring. So minus 6x on both sides. So you got 2x cubed plus 3xy squared minus 6x equal to 0. And we're going to factor out the x. So you got 2x squared plus 3y squared minus 6 equal to 0. So now we can set each part equal to 0. So we got x equal to 0. And we got 2x squared plus 3y squared minus 6 equal to 0. So you have square plus square, so that's an ellipse, okay, because this is a different coefficient. So I'm going to plus 6 on both sides. So you got 2x squared plus 3y squared equal to 6. And then divide everything by 6. Right? Again, you want to get into the standard form for ellipse. So you get x squared over 3 plus y squared over 2 equal to 1. So this is an ellipse. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and graph this one. Okay, I'm going to graph this one first. So you got x equal to 0. Okay, so x equal to 0, so that is a line. Okay. And then the ellipse, this one over here, you're going to get a equal to square root of 3, right? Because this is a squared, so take the square root. So this is about 1.7, so about right over here. And then over here, the b equal to square root of 2, right? You take, because this is a squared, b squared, so you take the square root. And this would be about 1.4. Okay, I need to have one more. Okay, and so this would be my ellipse. Okay, so it's kind of lopsided. Okay, so let's go and fix it using this over here. There we go. Okay, so you get a line and the ellipse. Okay, so that's the graph for this one here. See, that's why you should have used the pencil first so you can erase. There you go. Okay. So this is number 14. Okay, let's go to 16. Okay, for number 16, you have 4x squared y minus y squared equal to 0. Okay, so again, let's go and factor out the y. So you got 4x squared minus y equal to 0. So you got y equal to 0. You got 4x squared minus y equal to 0. Okay, so this is a parabola. Okay, so let's go and move this over to the other side. So you got 4x squared equal to y. Since we're not solving equation, we try to graph. So actually, you want to just leave it like that. This is much easier to graph because when you make the table, okay, if the x equal to 0, this will equal to 0. The x equal to 1, so 1 squared times 4, it will give you 4. And if x equal to -1, again you get 4. Okay, so this case is just quicker if you just do that. Okay, so let's go and graph. Okay, so first y equal to 0. So y equal to 0 is this right over here. Okay, so that's one of the graph. And then from this table, we got 0, 0, 1, 4. and negative 1, 4. Okay, so you're going to get a parabola. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so you got a line and a parabola. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, number 18. You got x cubed minus 1, x cubed plus 1 equal to 0. So this is already factored for you, so you can just set it equal to 0. Okay, and so from here, right, again, you can solve. Okay, so x cubed equal to 1, right, you plus 1 on both sides. Okay, and you solve, so take the cube root, so x equal to 1, right? Now this is only one of the answers, right? Because this is the cube, so there'll be 3 answers, okay? So this is only one of the answers. And again, remember from your De Moivre theorem, okay? So x equal to 1 is over here. So the other 2 answers would be at 120 degrees, okay? And so this would be 1, 1, 1. So this would be negative 1/2, and this would be square root of 3 over 2, and it would be negative square root of 3 over 2. So this would be imaginary numbers, okay? So the other 2 answers would be negative 1/2 plus or minus square root of 3 over 2i, okay? But since we only deal with real numbers, and this is imaginary numbers, so you don't have to worry about these, okay? And that's the reason for it, so you only get one answer, okay? So same thing over here, if you minus 1, okay, you're going to get x cubed equal to negative 1. Take the cube root, you're going to get x equal to negative 1. Now for this one, again, you're going to get 3 answers. The other 2 answers would be the same situation. Okay, negative 1 is right over here, so the other 2 answers would be over here. And you're going to get negative 1, and you're going to get 1/2 plus or minus square root of 3 over 2i. Okay, and again, this is imaginary, so you don't have to worry about that. So basically, all you have is these 2 answers. Okay, and that would be super easy to graph. Okay. Okay, because you just got 2 lines and that's all. Okay, so x equal to 1, that is this one right over here. And x equal to negative 1 is this one right over here. And that's it, so 2 lines.